Eye of the Tiger. I'm Luke Teal.
And I'm Owen Pixley.
The spring dance originally scheduled for tonight has been canceled due to low ticket sales. Students who purchased a ticket should come to the box office ticket window with their ID to receive their refund.
Now we go to Natasha Nikiforov with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Natasha Nikiforov. On Tuesday, Roseville softball lost 6-3 against Christian Brothers. Despite the loss, Roseville was able to put up 3 runs on 7 hits, led by their captain, senior Carissa Avila. In other sports news, yesterday was the highly anticipated Powder Puff Games, and this one was for the ages. The sophomores and juniors started us off in what was a junior-dominated match. The sophomores struck first, but it wasn't long until junior quarterback Madeline Mignani threw a laser to her wide receiver 1, Simone Young, to get them on the board and tie it up. The juniors would charge down the field the very next drive as Young would get her second touchdown on the ground. Then, to cap it off, Megan Butters would get her own receiving touchdown to secure the win 24-8. Next up was the seniors versus freshmen. Despite the efforts from the freshmen, they didn't stand a chance as the seniors controlled the whole game. Dakota Tedder got their seniors their first points with an outside run for a touchdown. Carissa Avila would then get insurance before the end of the first half, scoring with a quarterback draw. The second half was all defense as neither team could get the ball in the end zone. The seniors would go on to win 16-0. Then, the championship game we were all waiting for, seniors versus juniors. In an all-out defensive battle, no team could score for the majority of the game. That is, until the fourth quarter when the seniors would march down the field and Carissa Avila would take one up the middle for the touchdown to take the lead. The seniors thought they had it in the bag with only 1:40 left on the clock, but junior quarterback Madeline Mignani launched a ball to, you guessed it, Simone Young, who took it all the way. It was an absolute heart-stopper and the intensity was at a max. With both sidelines going crazy as the game was headed into OT, the defense was still prevailing as both teams couldn't get anything going, messing up field goals and basic snaps for the first few attempts. But Carissa Avila diced up another rushing touchdown to take the lead. The seniors needed one final defensive stop to get their long-awaited championship win, and did just that as Katie Sassano sealed the deal with an interception. Sports reporter Quincy Anderson got the opportunity to speak with Carissa Avila after the thrilling win. Take a look.
When Katie got that pick, how did it feel for you guys?
It definitely turned over the motivation for us. We got our energy up and we started grinding out there. You know, it changed the momentum. We definitely got that.
Seniors feel like they were robbed these past few years. What does this mean to you and the team?
You know, after all those years, coming up with a big dub feels really good. It feels amazing. It feels, oh my gosh, I can't even describe it.
Thanks, Quincy. Congrats to the class of 24 for going out with a bang. For my final show, I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Ritter and EOTSN for giving me an opportunity to do what I love to do. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Natasha. The new Assassin's Creed game was announced, Assassin's Creed Shadows. It'll take place in Japan and you'll be able to play as 2 characters. The shinobi Naoe and the samurai Yasuke, who's based on the real-life Black Samurai. The characters' stories will be intertwined, somehow. Honestly, this game looks really cool. The only problem is that it's an Assassin's Creed game which always sucked. And it's a Ubisoft game, so it's a double whammy.
You are still a frog in a well, who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean.
The Dead by Daylight 8th anniversary livestream was this week and we got some new announcements. First, we got a look at the Dungeons & Dragons collaboration, which is bringing 2 new survivors and the killer Vecna. We also got gameplay footage of the casting of Frank Stone, developed by Supermassive, the developers behind Until Dawn and The Quarry. Then we got an announcement of a PvE shooter set in the world of Dead by Daylight. We don't have much information about it yet, but it still seems pretty interesting. In music news, Billie Eilish's new album Hit Me Hard and Soft dropped last night, consisting of 10 new songs, one of them already going viral on TikTok, being Chihiro. My favorite song was The Diner, with its film noir aesthetic and unique rhythms that brings the song all together. The track reminds me of Claro with Billie's softer vibe. Last night was the finale of the greatest show of all time, Young Sheldon. It was an emotional 2-episode event. It was a nice send-off for the characters, but also opening up the upcoming spin-off with Georgie. It's an odd decision, but whatever makes the money. That's all from me. I'm Brady Hendricks. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Brady.
A student at RHS has recently kickstarted a crocheting business. We go to Jaden Truong with more.
Kira Parmentier, a completely self-taught artist, has started a crochet business.
I've always been into arts and crafts, and I had a bunch of yarn laying around and decided I wanted to try to learn how to do something with it. So I looked up videos on YouTube and just thought it was fun.
When Parmentier first started to crochet, she was experimenting with the things she could do. Now she has found what was fun.
When I first started crocheting, I really was fine making anything. My first project was actually a blanket, and then I started doing some clothing, and I really found that like making decor and things like that was nice and fast and fun to do.
You can purchase Parmentier's designs or book commissions on her Instagram.
Just started up a crochet shop on Instagram about a month ago, where I have people like ask and request items. I do commissions, and I mainly am doing keychains right now.
Crocheting can take a lot of time for Parmentier, but the end result is always worth it for her.
I made a sweater for my boyfriend actually that took me a while because I actually designed the pattern myself, but I think it really turned out super great. And I've done a few doilies that were like super intricate and really cool.
Parmentier has done events for her business in the past and looks forward for the events in the future.
I recently just did a booth last week for the school art show, and I'm doing another one on Vapa Night, the 16th. And then from there, I'm doing a booth at World's Worst on the 19th. And so I hope to see some of you guys there. That'd be super awesome.
Thanks, Jaden.
And that's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always here on EyeTheTigerNews.com. See you next time.